Vacation? I can't go on vacation. Come on. Hello everyone, my name is Shane Scott. I am a litigation attorney in New Jersey and the creator of thespirituallitigator.com, a blog dedicated to self-care, stress management, and mindfulness for attorneys. Today we are going to debunk 4 of the most common myths when it comes to taking vacation. And this is something that I think all lawyers of all ages struggle with, but I think especially young lawyers because they're trying to establish themselves and they want to make sure that they are not looked at as someone who's not taking the work seriously. So we're going to talk about 4 quick things. According to a 2015 study done by the U.S. Travel Association, 40% of people polled said that they were not going to use their paid vacation time. Paid vacation time. But why is that? The first reason is because they say, I have too much work to do. And this is so true for all lawyers of all ages, but especially for young lawyers, because we're still learning how to manage our time, how to manage our workload. We're starting to establish ourselves. We're getting our own book of business. And there is a serious fear of leaving that security of just having a routine and trying to figure out where you are. And to that I say, it will still be there when you come back, and you can do it. I've done it. It took me a while to force myself to go on vacation sometimes, but when you come back refreshed, you come back focused, and you come back more likely to dive into what you have, as opposed to if you hadn't left and you were a little bit more miserable one day at a time. So now you have a whole pile of stuff that you had been miserable doing day by day that you can tackle with a new fresh mind and a relaxed spirit. Second one is, if I leave now, I'll be really behind on my billable hours. And this is a very legitimate fear that young lawyers have, because if you take a week and you're looking at your whole month, well, you have a lot of catching up to do. Let me tell you this, you can make it up. Briefs happen, emergent briefs happen, emergent appeals happen, cases come in, files come in. It is the ebb and flow of the practice of law that allows us to take vacation, because even if you think you're losing time over here, you're gonna get it all back when you come back, trust me. So if you have a fear that I'm going to be behind on my billable hours, I'm not going to make my goals, let that go, because the work will show up every time. And especially if you are making an effort to speak to and communicate with the people who are responsible for giving you work, if they know that you're behind, that's also on them. As a partner, they're supposed to be supervising you and making sure that you are making your goals. So it's on them as well. And if you don't work in a large firm setting and you are a solo, that work is going to pile up too. You're going to get that work back. And I just encourage you to just not let the fact that billable hours are looming above you prevent you from going out and living your life outside of work. Third reason is, I don't want to be viewed as replaceable. I hate to tell you this, but you are replaceable. We are all replaceable. If I die tomorrow, someone will pick up my files, and I can actually think about 2 or 3 people who will take my files and do a really great job with them. But don't get that confused with value. You want to show that you're valuable. And by doing that, you do good work. You're consistent. You are reliable. There's a difference between being reliable and being replaceable, because you have specific qualities about your work ethic that make you valuable to your company, make you reliable to your company. But don't think that taking time off and taking care of yourself is going to diminish that value. And I think that's really important. But to think, I don't want the firm to think that I'm replaceable, the stark and unfortunate reality is we are all replaceable. And once you let go of that and just focus on the fact that, okay, well, I'm bringing value every day and I'm taking time off to make sure that I have the rest that I need to come back and bring that value on a consistent basis, I think that will definitely help. Which brings us to the fourth one. No one can do the work that I do. I can't trust other people to take my files and handle my work while I'm gone. I used to think this way, and it's almost, unfortunately, an arrogant way of thinking where you believe that you are the only person who has the ability to do a task that lawyers across the country have been completing for decades. One area where I do have difficulty letting go is if there is an e-discovery or some type of electronic or technological task that has to be done. And I know that maybe a less technologically inclined partner or less technologically inclined senior associate can't handle it the way that I do. I will get worried about that. But if it's not on a deadline and it doesn't have to be done immediately, if it can wait until after I get back, then maybe it's okay. Maybe no one can do that assignment and it'll be there for you when you get back. So on one hand, don't be so arrogant that you don't think that somebody else can finish a brief, do research, or do a task that all lawyers can do. On the other hand, if it is something that you truly cannot delegate, make sure you have the time, make sure you get that extension, and get out of here and go on vacation. So to recap, I have too much work to do. It'll still be there when you get back, and you'll get back refreshed and ready to handle it in a much more concise and focused manner than you had before you left. 2, I'm scared about my billable hours. The work will come. The ebb and flow of the practice of law will work in your favor. You will get those hours back. Get out of here, take a vacation, come back, and bill. 3, I don't want to be viewed as replaceable. We're all replaceable, but make sure that you use your vacation to replenish your value and replenish your reliability in your position. 4, no one can do the work that I can do. Let go of that. Either allow yourself to delegate or make sure you get that extension that you need to do the jobs that you're not willing to let go of. Vacation is so important because you will perform at a higher level at work if you take the time off. Plus, having a life outside of work is so valuable. It gives you an opportunity to focus on what really matters, your family, your friends, yourself. Take the time, let go of those fears, recharge, and then let's come back and work hard. If you want to hear more from me, check out the blog at thespirituallitigator.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Shane_Scott, or like my Facebook page at facebook.com/spirituallitigator. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, don't burn out, just breathe.